It's 8:05.
She's crude, often misconstrued, and is actually a dude. Welcome to Life's a Drag. Say hi to New Hampshire's 2018 Entertainer of the Year. Your hostess with the mostest, Monique Toosoon.
Hi! Thank you for listening to Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Toosoon, and tonight I am joined by my two Judies, Kaitlyn and Patty.
Hello.
Hello.
We have had an awesome week. We are so happy with the feedback we got from last Friday's show. Well, most of it. Patty got a few bad reviews.
A little bit. Maybe 5.
6.
Oh, who's counting?
Me. But no, yeah, we had a great week. We're so excited to be live on Facebook tonight. You can actually see us. We are live in the studio, so we are going to be watching our language.
Oh,
I know. We're going to be talking about Abducted in Plain Sight tonight. We have a couple of fun new little segments that we're doing for you. And we are also going to be releasing the cast of the 420 show that I'm doing here at Martha's in Nashua. So that cast is coming out in just a little bit. So tonight we wanted to start out our show with our current guilty obsessions. Like things we are obsessed with right in this moment. And I'll start because mine's better than all of yours. I'm just kidding.
No, he's
so
not.
Mean.
He's not kidding. Not even a little bit.
So my guilty obsession this week is Lindsay Lohan Beach Club on MTV. Like I cannot get enough of it. I'm obsessed with it. And I think Lindsay she has been like the biggest mess in the world for the past like 20 years. But on the show, she is not the mess. It's all the people that work for her that she bought in. So the show is about her. She bought a beach club in Mykonos and she hired all these ambassadors from the United States to come over and sell VIP tables and drinks and whatever they have to do to get those things to sell. They have to do it. And some of these people are like a hot mess. They're always drunk. They don't want to work. They're just taking advantage of Mykonos. And Lindsay does not put up with it. She fired someone on the spot this week who called her a mean girl and told her she was on drugs and walked away. Like, it was nuts. Like, this is my obsession. Like, my husband, Danny, is obsessed with it, too.
Really?
Oh, my God. We can't. The second it starts playing, we're like, we don't care if we have to watch the commercials. We just have to watch it immediately.
I have to get into it.
No, you don't. No.
No, you do.
She basically surrounded herself with people worse off than her so she would look good.
I actually think she's doing good.
You think so?
I do. I think she's actually doing a bit good on the show because she doesn't look as bad as she did. I mean, obviously she's like really skinny. Like she looks like you could throw like a pea at her and she'll crack in half. But like, no, she looks really, really good. And I mean, her face doesn't. It looks like 40 and she's quite 22.
Wow.
No, she's not that young, but she looks a lot older than she is. But I love her.
No.
Like I'm addicted. And
You're
they did
crazy.
Gay Pride on this week's episode. And they did that episode where they did the Lilo dance. Do you remember the Lilo dance that was going around where she was like wholly drunk and like
yes.
in the gray
on the stage.
yeah, in the gray pantsuit, and then she flips her wicked long, like insanely way too long hair.
You
And
cannot tell me she wasn't on something when she was doing that.
she was probably
She's
drunk.
not. Yeah.
No, she was probably drunk. I don't actually think I don't think she's on drugs. I really don't. I think that she is clean on the show.
Okay. Sorry, Joe.
Am I talking too loud?
No, he said straight on. We keep turning.
Oh, straight on. I keep turning too because I'm trying to look at my Judies. I'm just going to move my mic this way. Is that okay? Okay. Do I still look good on the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Are people talking to us?
Yeah. Yep. We got some fans from Arizona.
Oh.
Shout out.
They're going to be here in a couple of
Jamie,
weeks.
JC Douglas.
It's Jackie.
It's Jackie.
Jackie.
I made the same mistake and I was in trouble
Turn your
for a
mic
long
towards
time.
me so that you don't.
There we go.
Well, that was the opposite way, but
This way.
that'll work too.
Kaitlyn, you're so.
I love Kaitlyn.
She really should be blonde. Like really, really blonde too. I dyed my hair blonde this week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
You can't see it right now. But in a couple
Well,
weeks.
we're
you'll see it.
getting to blonde.
Yeah, right now it's like mustard. So that's enough of my Lindsay Lohan obsession. Like, because I am so obsessed with it. Watch it. You will literally be hooked on it from episode 1. What is your guilty obsession, Patty?
I'm sad because I don't have my guilty obsession anymore. I moved. And I'm so embarrassed by this, but I really loved Love After Lockup.
Because you've been in prison.
Yes. And most of my boyfriends have, let's be honest.
That's true.
I don't know why I like that show so much, but I do. And everyone's a hot mess and it's awful. And I feel really guilty about it. But I love that show. And I searched high and low. And when I found We on my, the new, I think I have a different TV plan, but it said you have to be a subscriber, and I got really sad.
Oh, really?
I know.
Oh,
And then I went to Netflix, and of course they didn't have it.
they do have a lot of those lockdown shows.
I
and-
know, but they
but
didn't
probably
have
Love
After Lockdown. And I missed the last 2 episodes of the last season, so I don't know what happened with everybody. And it's
The
really,
worst.
it's awful. And I hate myself. I want to be clear about that. I really don't like myself for it, but
I would hate
that's
you
me.
if I was me too.
yeah, I know. All right, Kaitlyn.
That's funny. My guilty obsession actually has been pretty much all winter. I have been watching the whole series of Desperate Housewives.
Oh,
Obsessed.
I love that.
I'm in the wrong place.
I know you don't watch cool stuff. You just like inmates finding love.
I love them, honestly, because it's just ongoing drama. There's never a dull moment in the neighborhood.
True.
It's so funny,
And-
and all the women are just so different.
Oh yeah. And every year it gets worse.
Yep.
Like there's always someone that's gonna die in an episode. Someone's always sleeping with somebody else's husband.
Yep.
Well, every season needs better ratings, right? Or you get kicked out.
Yeah.
I
People
love it.
get bored.
So
you
who's
know?
your favorite Desperate Housewife?
My favorite, it would have to be, I would say, Gabriella.
Oh my god, that's mine. And not only because Carlos is so hot.
He is.
He's so hot.
He's a stud.
But
mom.
also because I love that she gets poor in one season and literally doesn't have the means to do anything, and she ends up looking like a ragamuffin.
Yes, but she makes a comeback.
She does make a comeback.
And she looks fabulous.
Beautiful.
Love
Did she
her.
meet a new rich man?
She kind of always gets. I think she gets back with Carlos in the end, doesn't she?
Yeah, she ended up staying with him. She had an affair.
With the mayor.
Well, with the
Oh my
mayor
God,
and
Who
then
got
with
sucked up in the
you guys
tornado.
are so
with the
bad.
garden boy,
Oh, Jesse.
the gardener.
He was hot
He
too.
was like this little gardener.
Are we talking about the actual Desperate Housewives or the Desperate Housewives of Hollywood?
No, that's the Real Housewives. I don't watch that because I can't
Oh,
handle.
I just missed the
I
last
can't-
5 minutes of this
See,
conversation.
I can't watch those ones because I can't handle seeing people who are that rich and I'm not that rich. Like I get so jealous that I don't have a yacht
Yep.
and
Oh.
can't just wake up and drink champagne and have my maid do my makeup.
Oh, glam squad on the daily.
Yeah, like I
and
get
stuff.
so mad that I'm not that rich. Like I need to win the
Envious.
lottery.
Yes.
Or you could just PayPal me money, guys. If there's a rich daddy out there listening, you can send me money through PayPal. Email me for my address.
A little sugar daddy action.
A little sugar daddy action. I take any increments from 100 on.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm cheaper.
That's so funny. John's like the garden boy.
Mm.
Well, when you said the garden boy Jesse, I was like, wait a second.
Oh God, no, he was so cute on Desperate Housewives.
Danny,
He
I
was.
loved the gardener.
So if
Me
you're just
too.
yeah, exactly. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Toosoon, and I'm here with my Judies, Patty and Kaitlyn.
Hello.
And we are live on Facebook for the first time. And we're going to be live on Facebook pretty much every week from here on out. I unfortunately can't do drag on weekends where I will have a show. That's like one weekend every other month. Because 2 days in a row on my face is just so brutal. It's hard. It's hard wearing makeup. I know you don't get it, but I know you get it, Kaitlyn.
Actually,
It's
you
a
made me
lot.
put on makeup tonight.
Oh my God, Patty and me got ready at her house.
I love
She
it.
has got a cat that must weigh 75 pounds.
She, 22.
She is so big. She's bigger than my pug.
Okay.
She looks like she ate my pug.
No. What? Lady?
No, gorgeous.
No.
A girl.
No. Chunky
When
Buns
I
is
went
bigger than
upstairs,
that.
she took up the whole bathroom floor. I had to walk around her to pee.
She does take up the whole bathroom mat. I'll give you that.
Yeah, a 12 by 12 mat.
She's 22 pounds. She's not 1 pound bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
When was the last time you put her on a scale?
I thought we were talking about you making me put on makeup. Don't.
Okay, let's get back to that. After your cat, I'm going to send a picture of her cat on Facebook.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think Facebook's seen my cat.
Did you?
That's all I
did you have
post
to
is
do a
pictures of my
panoramic?
cat. Well, on Instagram, all I post is pictures of my cats. It's really
Panoramic?
sad.
Because you
Really-
can't just do a regular
I
photo.
can. I actually took a picture of her in a laundry basket, and she took up the entire laundry basket.
Oh my God, I love it. She is cute, but I just can't handle her chunkiness.
And her sister is 12 pounds, tiny.
And they're the same cat, literally, except one is 25 pounds.
22,
I'm giving her 3 more pounds because I
20,
think you're lying.
22.8.
I saw her eating before we left, and she's up to 25. Trust me, she was downing that food. But anyway, so we were getting ready at Patty's kitchen table because that's what she uses it for because she can't cook. And
Oh my god.
Someone called me for cooking advice this week.
she asked you what you mix into your store-bought Alfredo. And you told her pepper.
It's still cooking advice. And I don't mix anything into it.
Patty is
Pop
such a
open the
bad
jar.
cook that one.
Pop open the jar, Kaitlyn.
Yeah, that's
all you
cooking.
do.
Yeah, she is such a bad cook that one time she set off the smoke alarms and her son came around the corner and goes, "Again, Mom."
No.
God, it was really sad. Remember when I set your oven on fire and you were like, please don't cook while we're gone because I was dog sitting?
Yeah, she was dog sitting. I'm like, don't use my pans. Because she was also one of those people that would use metal silverware in like a non-stick pan, and you can't do that.
I don't even understand what that means.
So if you use like a metal piece of silverware,
No,
like a
I
non-stick pan,
understand what that
you
means.
scratch it and then you die.
No.
It's
If I really
poisonous.
burn a pan, I just throw it out and then buy a new one.
So you throw your pans out every day?
I cook once or twice a week.
So back to Patty's makeup.
Oh.
So I always rip Patty apart, and I always say it looks like she threw some milk on and some chapstick. Like she literally never puts makeup on. She wears like 2% chapstick and mascara. And then like, so today I'm like, we're going to start doing makeup. Every week you're going to put a little bit more on. And by like week 8, she's going to have fake eyelashes.
I know, but I have sparkly lipstick and I keep.
We got a compliment
Yes.
saying your lips look amazing.
Oh,
Mine or hers?
Is that my mom?
Oh,
Did my
yay.
mom say that?
Is Marie watching?
I don't know. Mommy,
my
if
God.
you're watching, say something. Type something.
Say
Patty's mom probably doesn't love me anymore after the joke I made at Thanksgiving.
That was Easter.
Oh, it was Easter.
It was
I don't even
Easter.
remember what holiday.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Patty's makeup. So we're getting ready, and I'm literally getting ready for 45 minutes. And she's like, okay, I'm going to start now. I'm like, really? So I thought she only needed 5 minutes. I thought it was too soon. So she sits at the table. She gets the milk out of the fridge.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. She put on foundation, and then she put on some like very nude eyeshadow and some really odd lipstick. And
Have I ever appeared to be flashy, Miss
No.
Caitlyn?
But you need to be
No,
flashy
you dress
now that you're on
comfy.
Life's a
Mhm.
Drag. Like, this shirt is cute.
I love how he says that like he's surprised.
Well, not many people can pull off a
I
white
have
shirt
Cute shirt.
after Labor Day.
After Labor Day.
No, I do. I love your shirt. And I was so happy because she was putting on makeup. And I'm like, here, girl. And I gave her my Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. And I'm like, you need to put on Lithium. And what was the other one? Like the peachy color?
Spectre.
Spectre. So she put on some like nice sparkly eyeshadow. And I can see it from here.
Really?
And I made her take it all the way to her eyebrow.
He made me take my tank top and sweatshirt
And
off.
notice how I didn't say eyebrows.
Oh,
What?
mean.
Her
I have
brows
two.
look good.
I have two.
Well, one should be on your forehead, not in your hairline. I'm just kidding. That's what friends are. Did you just bump your head on the face?
Nose.
You're
Nose
so-
is so big.
You're so funny. So I wanted to talk really quick about what happens when I get ready at home and my dogs see me in drag. So most of them don't care. They don't notice. But my male pug, Gorgeous, who is the fawn one, he's so anxious in real life in general. Like, he's just anxious about everything.
Fawn.
Yeah, he's fawn. That's a color.
I know.
Did you not know
He's
that?
He's He's beige.
That it's called fawn. Okay, do not.
Fawn.
Fawn.
That's so
It's fawn.
fancy.
Okay, he's
Gorgeous
not
is
tan.
fawn.
He's fawn. That's nice. So he is fawn, but so Gorgeous like has anxiety anyway about everything in life. He sees like a crack in the floor and he's like, "Arr!" Like he freaks out.
I know.
And it's so sad. But we give him Benadryl every now and then to calm him down because it's, you know, a good thing to help calm them down. But when he sees me in drag, he gets more panicked because he knows it's me, but he doesn't see me.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's because he's going blind, but he really does not see me. And he gets really anxious and like kind of spins around a little bit. And it's really awkward.
Well, Monique doesn't look like Rob. So he probably thinks you're
Patty
like,
doesn't look like Patricia.
I hate him so much. No, but he probably sees you go downstairs and then he sees you come upstairs and you're a completely different person.
That's true.
Mhm.
We're taking a break. We'll be back in just a little bit.
It's flu season, and this nasty bug affects thousands of Americans each year. American Medical Response wants to give you some safety tips so you can avoid the flu. The best thing to do is get a flu shot now. Wash your hands thoroughly and regularly. Try not to touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. Avoid contact with other people who are sick. And if you do get the flu, drink plenty of water, rest, and avoid going out. Check out more safety tips at amr.net/safety. AMR medics are here for you every hour of every day.
You're never too old, too wacky, too wild to pick up a book and read with a child. This is Scott McGilvray, President of the National Education Association, New Hampshire. Reading to your child now can spark a lifetime of reading and learning. Parents, we know you're tired at the end of the long day, but by taking just a few minutes to read with your child, you'll be setting them on a path towards reading and learning on their own. And studies show students who read, and are read to, do better in school and in life. So have books that interest your child around the home. If your child enjoys sports, have books about sports. If your child enjoys ballet, have books about dancing. With parents and teachers working together, every child in New Hampshire can learn to read, and reading may be the most important thing they'll ever learn.
Great public schools are a basic right for every student. A message from NEA New Hampshire.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. Look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hamilton the Pug, Instagram star, and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Tony Joyce from Joyce Cooling and Heating. It may be cold out, but summer will eventually come. Now is the time to start thinking about a home comfort system from Lennox or Mitsubishi. If your home is hot on one floor and cold on the other, we have systems that will let you take control not only of your comfort, but a new cooling system can save up to 50% on your electric bill. Contact Joyce Cooling and Heating today at 882-4244 or on the web at joycecool.com.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
All right, we're back at Life's a Drag with Monique, Toosoon, Patty, and Kaitlyn. Now we're going to move on to a little different of a story. Okay, we have our What's the Tea with My Judies. Every week, we're going to be giving you a little bit of some drag slang to learn so that by the end of the year, you know every single drag queen word there is to know. Last week's word was tea. And what does tea mean, Kaitlyn?
It means gossip. Like, what's the tea? What's the scoop?
Like, come on over. I have some tea for you.
Yeah, spill the tea.
And like, not like Joe, we're not drinking chamomile.
Oh,
I know. I made fun of him last week for the tea. But, so today's word is kiki. So if I were to be like, hey, Patty, come over, let's kiki. It's almost like tea in a sense, but it can also be like a gathering, like a small party. Like, we're going to have a kiki.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with kai. That's a completely different drag word that people confuse the two. And kai is when two drag queens go at it in like an adult way.
Oh, not a fight.
Not a fight.
Okay. Don't we have a friend whose nickname is Kiki?
Yeah. Kim Norris from the salon. She's a waxer.
Yeah.
If you need a really good wax, you need to call her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Her nickname is Kiki, and you know she is kind of a small party, a gathering.
She's a good person to have a heart-to-heart with.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have heart-to-hearts with anybody.
I know.
I have zero emotions.
You don't have a heart.
So today's word is Kiki. Last week's word was tea.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's use them in a sentence. Patty, put them both together.
I want to have some tea with my Kikis.
No, Kikis aren't a person. It's
it's not a noun.
So let's have a Kiki and discuss the tea.
So it's an adjective. No, it's not.
I think it can be anything it wants to be.
Oh, that doesn't follow the rules.
It's just not a person.
Grammar.
Okay, Patty's the grammar police. She always dots every letter on my Facebook, corrects my theirs, even though I like their better than their.
No, it's not okay though. It's not a personal preference. There's actual rules.
Are there?
Yes.
Are there?
That's nice.
We're trying to make that's nice happen. So that's nice was like I went to hair school and one of the teachers there, when she would check our haircuts, she would be like, that's nice. And then by the end of the school year, we tormented this poor woman and we were like, that's nice. That's nice.
I can't say it without sounding like a demon's inside of me.
But you're supposed to sound like a demon.
I try to be like, that's nice.
Like in the house
but
bunny.
I don't do like sexy very
she's
well.
Like Harmony. Like she's trying to memorize their names and that's how she does it. Patricia. Kaitlyn.
That's nice.
That's nice. Like I love that.
pack of butts before I walked in here. That's what I sounded like just then.
That's what you're going to sound like when you actually turn 50. I know you look it, but when you actually turn 50, you're going to
sound possessed.
She's going to sound like Mrs. Bighead from Rocco. Hello, Rocco. Do you remember her?
I don't even know what Rocco is.
Rocco's Modern Life. He was like a little kangaroo, like
gosh.
wallaby, and his best friend was Heifer, and it was a cow.
It must be a young thing because Joe's nodding along. So
Throwback.
No, it's actually like from when I was a kid.
I was going to say, that was what, the 90s?
Yeah.
Rocco's Modern Life?
Absolutely. But it cracked me up because the neighbor's name was
here?
Mrs. Bighead, and she was a frog. She was like a toad, and her husband was always away at work. And she always would like hit on Rocco. Like she'd always have like a towel on. And she'd be like, "Hello, Rocco. Do you want to come over?"
I have no idea what's happening
You've never
right now.
seen it? You need to look it up.
I'm a
It is
little freaked out right now.
Oh, she's going to
I'm
show
not
you.
gonna
Look.
lie. Oh, I have no idea.
Really?
No.
You have not lived.
I feel
I
like
think
I
you're going
have.
to get fired from the radio show.
I know. That's it. I'm out.
You're out. I'm out.
Because I didn't know Rocco.
I'm out.
So our next segment, this is a segment that you'll hear about every now and then, but we'd like to call this segment Sugar Daddy of the Week. We were at work and we were just laughing hysterically because we're like, we need a really funny segment about all the hot daddies in Hollywood. So this week's Sugar Daddy of the Week is Richard Gere. And why is he the Sugar Daddy of the Week? Because he's 69 years old and just had a baby with his wife who is 35.
Are they
30?
married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Alejandra Silva.
Wow. You did that well.
That's nice.
I'm a little surprised that he's only 69 years old.
But can you imagine that baby just was born? Then he's not going to live.
Oh,
well,
no. He's going to be long gone before that kid hits elementary
I
school.
would feel bad. Like, don't you want to see your kids, grow up and
Do they anyway? Like when you're that wealthy?
Yeah.
I don't.
know.
I think a lot of people have nannies.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
And then they take their kids for walks down the street so the paparazzi can take pictures of them. And then they go home and they're like, go to see the nanny. That's nice.
But I do. But Richard Gere looks good for 69.
Oh, he's yummy. There's no doubt about
yeah,
that.
I wouldn't say yummy, but he looks nice.
He's a handsome man. The salt and pepper thing.
Who's your
Mhm.
Hollywood hottie? Who's your hottest Hollywood man?
Gerard Butler.
Oh, he is cute.
Oof.
The accent.
Oh, when he's in P.S. I Love You.
Oh my gosh.
And he's playing the guitar. I pretty much just
I bawled.
like, yeah.
I cried so much during
Yeah.
that movie.
Who's yours?
My Hollywood hottie? Oh, it was Paul Walker.
Oh,
Before
It
he
can still
passed
be Paul
away.
Walker.
I loved him
really?
in Running Scared, and loved him. But I would say probably Channing.
Oh, he's
I
pretty
love
yummy.
Channing
Yeah.
Tatum.
He is.
Yep.
Mine's Bruce Willis and Mario Lopez.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I've always loved a bald daddy.
I was gonna say they're
You love-
opposites.
yeah.
I love a bald daddy. Like Bruce Willis, like 10 years ago, like in Die Hard. Like, oh my God. Hottest thing in
You
the
should
world.
have seen when we went to New York and went to the Wax Museum. They had Bruce Willis there.
And I put him in the car.
Oh my!
He's at my house
I
right
thought
now.
we were gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, I literally took 800 pictures with Bruce Willis, and nobody else had any interest
This
in
is
him.
the first time you've used the word literally. That it was actually literal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like licked his head and thought we were gonna get thrown out.
Mhm.
He's so cute.
That's so.
But Mario
Yep.
Lopez and those dimples, he's
They don't
so
do anything
cute.
for me. I was always a Zach fan with Saved by
Oh
the
my
Bell.
God, so was my husband.
Zach Morris.
Yeah, now he's
Mhm.
in that new show, The
With
Passage.
the little, they would always have their thumbs in their jean pockets
Yes,
when they were
yep.
talking to the camera.
His hair did not move.
Oh yeah,
no,
I thought he was cute, but I'm not into that like all American boy thing.
you liked Slater
no Mario Lopez in Saved by the Bell with that
with
that
the mullet.
curly mullet. It was a permed mullet. It was a pullet.
I liked it because he was a wrestler and he was really strong and he was a manly man, but he had some sick dance moves.
Yeah.
They broke out with Jesse.
Nobody will ever bring those
Oh
dance
my
moves
gosh,
back.
Jesse.
I think I do sometimes
Jesse
when I have too much to
Spano.
drink.
Jesse Spano. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Toosoon. Hi. And these are my Judies, Kaitlyn and Patty. And we are about to give you the full lineup of the 420 show at Martha's. This show is going to go on sale tomorrow. Ooh, girl.
Did anyone hear that?
Yeah.
I want to
Stop touching the microphone. Stop touching the microphone.
Freaking out, man.
So this show is going to go on sale tomorrow on my Facebook, not my Facebook, on my website, which is www.moniquetoosoon. This is one of the biggest venues we do shows at. This venue holds 200 people. And when I tell you this venue sold out in 48 hours last year, it went so fast. So get those tickets as soon as they go on sale tomorrow. And you are going to see the biggest show I have ever done in the state of New Hampshire. I have 10 performers doing this show.
It's pretty crazy.
10 performers. It will be hosted by me and Lady Sabrina. We will have Anaya, Robin Fierce, Nicole de La Fontaine, Lucille, Abby, Christy Cream, Candace Karen, and Alana Thick. She's a new performer that I actually haven't met yet, but her Facebook has some amazing photos. She's gorge.
Yeah.
Totally gorge.
I don't think I've seen Christy.
Yeah, you have.
I have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's done shows with me before. She's done shows at Margaritas, the Cali Room. She was in like a lot of the Halloween shows when we first started. She usually wears like short hair.
Is Sabrina going to be your co-host?
Yes, for this show she is. Yeah.
Awesome.
The 420 show. And then I also got wind that I was asked to host Nashua Pride again. So Nashua is doing Gay Pride again this year.
Yay.
It's awesome.
Which was so fun last year, except it was like lethally hot. It was like 450,000 degrees.
At least.
Seriously.
Before noon.
And we were dying outside. Like we literally were so desperate.
I had a dress on and I wanted to die. And you guys had
pads
all
and
your
makeup
pads.
and corsets. And
poor ladies.
Oh my God, it was so bad. So that is going to be June 29th. So, and that day, we're also going to do a show at Martha's again this year. So we'll be at Martha's at night.
Now we sold out of seats for that too. And
Yeah,
people were coming, people were walking in off the street trying to get in and they couldn't.
No,
so
and
get
they
your
allowed
tickets.
us. Yeah, and they allowed us to sell an extra 20 seats at the door because they felt bad.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to do that this year because we are selling exactly what we sold last year. That show will go on sale probably around May. So, but the 420 show is going on sale tomorrow. Check my website. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Toosoon, and I'm here with my Judies, Kaitlyn, and Patty.
Awesome.
And now we are going to talk about something that disturbed us.
Or you.
Yeah, Patty wasn't disturbed by this.
It didn't bother me.
Really?
I just found it to be so crazy. You have to look at the setting of it.
I mean, I have a soul. It bothered me, but everyone was like,
You
"Oh
have a
my
soul?
God." A little bit. It's black, tarnished, but I have it.
So it looks like your
But
lungs.
it's there.
Looks.
This is Big Head. Hello, Patty.
Everyone talked about how disgusting, and I was seeing people post on Facebook about how it was the worst thing they've ever seen, and they were so freaked out. It was so twisted, and I was like, meh.
There's going to be a lot of spoilers about this movie. We do have a timeline here that we printed out because it was such a long timeline of what happened.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of quickly break down the timeline of the movie. We are going to be giving away spoilers. They won't ruin the movie for you because you can still watch it and just be completely shocked by it. But so this movie was called Abducted in Plain Sight. It came out in 2017, but it went viral on Netflix this year because anytime Netflix picks something up, it's like
Boom.
viral.
It
Boom.
blows up.
It blows up. It's
So-
crazy. Yeah.
It's a true crime documentary about a family that falls prey to a manipulative charms of a neighbor. Does that
I
sound
feel like
scary?
that's everyone you live next door to.
I know. All my neighbors have charms. Lucky charms.
Oh, it's talking about you.
Oh. So this neighbor became a close family friend and ended up abducting this child 2 times while the parents sat there.
That was the worst part for me. I didn't even, I mean, the other stuff happens every day, but when those parents were talking about it, they were saying things like, oh, well, yeah, he took her, but we really didn't want to, get everyone involved or
Right.
upset anybody. So when his therapist told him that he needed to, bond with the child, we just let him sleep over in her bed.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump through the TV at that point.
Oh.
You just get mad at them, if anything.
If you've seen the movie, feel free to shoot your testimony to Facebook, and Kaitlyn will take some of the best ones, and we'll talk about them more.
Yeah,
later.
tell us what you thought.
So the timeline happens like in the 70s, and that I think is very important to think about because in the 70s we didn't have internet. We didn't know a lot about people back then. We probably, like the father says in the show, that you really didn't know what a pedophile was back then because it wasn't a household word like it is now. Like now we have websites where you can go and you can find out if there's one in your neighborhood, But back then you didn't really know what it was.
No,
so,
I mean, something happens today and everyone knows it in 15 minutes because it's all over the
oh,
internet.
yeah, all over social media.
Right.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it happened just as much back then, but you just
Yeah.
news didn't travel as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So she was abducted once, and this was 2 years after the family met him, and he became very close to the family. He ended up becoming intimate with both the father and the mother. If you watch the movie, I'm not going to get into the details because I don't want to get into that right now, but watch the thing, and that is how he lured them in and was able to do what he did, because he used that against them after he wanted to bring the kid back. So he took the kid, he went to Mexico. In Mexico, he married her, because in Mexico, you can be 12 years old and get married. And 45 days after this abduction, he literally called the parents and said, I want to come back to the country. We want to come back together, but you have to approve the marriage in the United States because it's not legal at 12 years old. And they said, absolutely not. And they flew to Mexico, got their daughter. And then he was taken back to the country, went to jail for 10 days.
10 days.
For kidnapping. 10 days. Because the parents got threatened that he was going to release that he had an affair with both of them. So they dropped everything with the FBI.
Yeah, if they wrote an affidavit saying that he didn't do anything wrong, or
And
it was
just
fine,
a misunderstanding
they
that he
gave him
took their
permission
daughter
to take her.
Yeah.
Or he thought he had permission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and while she's taken, there's a tape recorder that's playing where this tape recorder is telling this little girl that she is an alien, and in order to save the alien race, she needs to have a baby with him by the time she's 16, or her parents are going to die or go blind. So this poor 12-year-old girl thinks that
who's being drugged.
Zara
constantly.
and Zethra, I think were their names, the
Something like
aliens,
that.
are watching everything she does and want her to marry this guy and have a baby with him by the time she's 16. And because she's so young and susceptible, she really thinks that this is true. And it ends up turning her against her father, because the guy tells her that, or the alien tape tells her that that's not her father. The alien is her father, but it's her biological mother.
Right.
Like, that's what makes the story messed up to me, is that they used this tape recorder and just terrified this girl with it. So after this first abduction, she gets home. He gets home. He goes to jail for 10 days. They end up becoming semi-close with this guy again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after he abducted their daughter for 45 days.
Yep.
And now the girl is convinced that she's in love with him. Like, she is telling her parents she wants to marry him. She wants to be with him. And they're like, no, this is not appropriate. And eventually, the daughter disappears again. And this time, B, who is the guy that took her, is like, I don't know where she is. And nobody knows where she is. She disappears off the face of the earth. I don't even know how long she disappeared the second time. I think it was like another 30 to 40 days or something. And then eventually she calls and she's like, I'm okay. I miss you guys. I love you. And blah, 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 blah. And then
She hangs up wicked fast.
Yes.
It's
She
the
hangs up wicked
weirdest-
fast.
They played the tape of the conversation because they were
Yeah.
taping their phone, or the FBI was. It was the strangest conversation for a young child who was allegedly out on her own. Just
Yes.
like, hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm
and-
good. Love you. Bye.
Yep. And then the FBI follows the abductor, B, and eventually finds out that he made this phone call from a payphone and left the phone book open to a Catholic school in California.
Yeah.
So he hid her in a Catholic school this whole time she was missing.
I have to tell you, the best part of the story is watching Joe's face.
Yeah, because Joe hasn't seen it yet. He's like, this tea is good. You have to watch this movie. It literally is like, what in the heck happened? But so they find her eventually, and she's still convinced that she needs to marry this guy. Like, she's still in love with him. She still doesn't realize that there's anything wrong. And the name of the movie is Abducted in Plain Sight. If you're just tuning in, and you're also listening to Life's Drag, my name is Monique Toosoon. I'm here with my two Judys, Patty and Kaitlyn.
Hello.
Hi.
And so now she's back again. She's still convinced that they're in love and he's going to marry her, and they have to have this baby by the time she's 16, or her parents are going to get killed, or they're going to go blind. And then does he get arrested after the second kidnapping?
No.
He doesn't actually. He doesn't
No.
even get anything for this one.
No.
But then
He was sent to that.
a mental institute.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
He was sentenced to a mental institute, which he didn't stay in for very long. And
Then her parents decided to just write a book and make some money.
yep. And this whole time she hadn't turned 16 yet, and she was really nervous that when she turned 16, she was actually considering killing her sister so that because what was the thing about killing
They
her sister?
said that if she didn't do it by her 16th birthday, they were going to take her sister and make
And make
sister
her do it. That's right. That's right. So she was going to kill her sister, so her sister didn't have to go through with this.
Mm-hmm.
And then she turned 16. She woke up the next day, and then that's when it went boom in her head.
Right.
No one's dead. My parents aren't blind. And then she's like, this might be fake.
After 4 years, this might be
of
fake.
being brainwashed.
It's crazy.
And then she starts going on this book tour and telling her story, and she's like, I'm not going to let this happen to anybody else. And of course the parents feel super guilty, and when you watch the movie they get really more in depth with the parents and like what their emotions were.
Yeah, for like a half a second I genuinely felt bad for the father.
I did. Yeah, me too. And then you find out like a little later on that the guy who was the abductor showed up at one of the book readings, and he was attacked in the parking lot by a Bikers Against Children Association, I think, something like that.
I don't think it was against children. I think it was
not
like
against children, not against the children. So the Bikers Against Children, not against children. I don't know what I'm saying. Found out that he was there, and they got in a fight with him, and he ended up getting arrested because he got in a fight with them and got 3 felony charges and 2 misdemeanors. And instead of going to jail, he ended up killing himself.
Yep.
And that's pretty much how the story ends with him, because he knew he would not survive in jail after that.
That sounds like a good ending.
Yeah.
So I have
We're going to go to a commercial break.
We'll get to the Q&A
Yeah, we'll
when
do
we
the
get back.
Q&A when we get back.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's nice.
Did you hear? U.S. savings bonds have gone electronic. Purchase them from the convenience of home through treasurydirect.gov, a secure website operated by the U.S. Treasury. It's always a good time to save. Visit treasurydirect.gov today.
Title Boxing Club is the best and only authentic full-body boxing workout that changes your body, clears your mind, and completely engages your spirit. Our signature workout utilizes the fundamentals of a true boxer's workout, including proper heavy bag training to strengthen and tone your arms, legs, back, core, stamina, and your confidence. Empowering, exhilarating, and totally addictive. This is your new favorite workout class. Visit them online at TitleBoxingClub.com or call 603-206-5608. That's 206-5608. And begin today.
Why pay more for the new technology? If your car needs a new key, who can you call? Call E-Keys for Cars. Yeah, they carry them all. E-Keys for Cars. 88855 E-Keys. E-Keys for Cars. 88855 E-Keys. They raise the bar. E-Keys for Cars.
There are new grants available to help young people fight childhood obesity. Schools and youth-focused community-based nonprofit programs are eligible for United Health Heroes grants, up to $1,000 to help children learn about childhood obesity and to design, address, and implement programs that help fight it in their communities. To obtain an application, visit ysa.org/heroes. That's ysa.org/heroes. A public service message from United Healthcare, Youth Service America, and this station.
In a world where your tires are your only connection to the road, one man, 4 tires, free air. An epic battle against underinflation, tire damage, and even tire failure. In the ultimate fight for properly inflated tires, the warrior gives his heart, his soul, to keep those he loves safe on the road. Tires will inflate. Money will be saved. A message from the Rubber Manufacturers Association.
We're back. This is Life's a Drag. My name is Monique Toosoon, and I am here with my 2 best Judies, Miss Patty and Miss Kaitlyn.
Hello. Hello.
So before we get back on subject, I want to say that Kaitlyn will not be here next week.
Oh.
I know, it's your first week. So every other week, Kaitlyn is going to be swapped out because we can't have someone prettier than us every single week.
Seriously.
Because it gets old staring at her. We're like, just
irritating.
She's so pretty.
Why do you think I bothered with glitter?
I know, she won't.
He said to me while I was getting ready, he was like, "Are you trying to, beat out Kaitlyn?" And I was like, "Oh, girl, no."
There wasn't a sandblaster in the apartment.
Stop. She looks beautiful.
She does look beautiful. I'm proud of my 75-year-old friend. She looks great for 60.
No, you're sweet.
I know. I love you.
Mhm.
But so instead of Kaitlyn being here next week, one of my other good friends who is a severe makeup artist for
Ooh,
Mac,
I know
is
who
going
this
to be on the
is.
show. He is also a gay dad like me.
I
and
love him.
we're kind of twins, except he has like a mustache that like has like handlebars on it. Well, actually, I
He
don't
doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He has a beard
Yeah.
now.
I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
that.
His
Yeah.
name is Tim Buck.
Not many people
Tim
can.
Roback.
Yeah, Tim Buckwaldy.
Not many people can
grow back the
pull that
handlebars.
Can
off.
rock that look.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
killed it.
He
So
did.
he'll be on the show next week, and hopefully he'll be giving Patty a makeover.
That would be lovely.
Actually, he did your makeup for my wedding.
He did.
And he's amazing. He has his own little makeup company. It's called BW Beauty. So if you need like an amazing wedding makeup artist, like
Yeah, check him out on Facebook. He has a BW Beauty page.
yeah, and
He's amazing.
amazing.
I mean,
So-
he made me look like a girl.
I know, which is very difficult.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very hard.
Mhm.
So he'll be here next week, and he will be giving out some makeup tips and talking about makeup and what his favorite makeup is. Patty won't be talking a lot during that episode. She doesn't know what
really
makeup.
won't.
Patty will bring her 2% milk and be like, "This is my favorite makeup." But yeah, so he'll be here next week, and then the following week, Miss Kaitlyn will be back, and then the week after that, we have Tim's husband John coming on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next month, we'll have our first drag queen guest coming on. And we'll be starting out with my friend Abby Cummings.
Nice.
She'll be up here for Boston on April 19th. And she'll be doing the show right before the 420 event the next day.
Oh, great.
So let's go to Facebook Live. And if you have any questions that you want to ask us, we have time left in the show to take questions.
Are we taking questions about the Abducted in Plain Sight?
Either that, which if you do want to see Abducted in Plain Sight, it is on Netflix. And it's really messed up. Get some popcorn, have a glass of wine.
Have a couple glasses of wine if you're sensitive.
Just have a couple of glasses of wine anyway, even if you're
Period.
not watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And Patty's going to watch Rocco's Modern Life this week. So
No,
she can...
not.
Come on.
No.
You have to learn who Mrs.
Oh,
So you have two
I'm
choices.
so busy.
Rocco's Modern Life or Lindsay Lohan Beach Club.
Ooh.
Radio silence.
Radio
I was going to say, I'll try the beach club.
Beach Club is amazing.
Oh,
What it's
I'm
all
really
about.
busy. I have this thing, and I have some other stuff.
Look at her acting like
There's a
she's not
lot
a
of
single
stuff.
65-year-old woman who sits on her couch with her 50-pound cat all day eating croutons. That's what popped into my head. I don't actually think you eat croutons.
Oh, come on. You can make fun of everything. Don't make you sound like a crazy cat lady. I've got like a good 10 years left before I'm the crazy cat lady.
Or a good 2 more cats.
Oh, poor Patty. Does anyone feel bad for Patty?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Let me see. All right. So we have one question.
Sure.
So who do you guys think is sicker? B or the parents because they allowed him to enter back into their lives after the first abduction?
B.
Yeah,
I
you
think so,
can't
too.
you can't have an affair with 3 members of a family and be a normal human being.
And with the child, it was over 200 times.
Right. And I think I forgave the parents a little bit because of the timing.
Mhm.
You know,
what-
it was in the 70s.
70s, yeah.
I mean, not that it
Made it better.
made it better, but they really didn't know this stuff. When something happened in Wyoming, we didn't know about it in New Hampshire.
Right.
Because the newspapers didn't care. And now all of a sudden, if something happens across the planet, we know about it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just feel like it's more prominent nowadays when really there was just as many horrible people back then.
We're horrible
There's
people.
a ton of horrible people in this room right now.
Especially Patty.
I know. I'm not a good person.
Sometimes you are.
It's one of my best qualities.
We had one of our listeners write in. He said, an ex of mine was abducted by a family friend and returned to her family all messed up.
Oh,
How would you
wow.
guys feel about that?
Well, I would feel awful about that. That's terrible.
that's so
Can you
sad. I
imagine?
can't
That's
imagine.
so traumatizing.
Right. I can't imagine being having a regular, I hate saying it that way because it sounds so trite, but having a regular bonding process or love process, your love map is completely messed up after that.
Mhm.
I mean, it must have been a struggle to even be with someone who went through something like that, because I hate to say damaged, but I call myself damaged right now, but because you go through something awful, but that is Horrible.
And
That's
so hard to recover.
Yeah. I can't even wrap my head around someone I love going through something like that.
So I lived in New York City when I was younger, and I actually had a very scary thing. You guys know this story. I don't know if you do. So I lived in New York City when I was like 18 to like 21-ish.
So like 30 years ago?
I had met this guy. Yeah. Screw you.
You're lucky are the interns out of the room.
I almost slipped. So I was in New York City. I was 18 to 20 years old. I don't remember exactly what time, but I met this guy at a bar, and he was a model, and I was so into him, and I was like, I don't know why this guy is so into me. And so I went to this guy's house the next day because we were going to go out to lunch. And when I got to his house, he locked the door from the inside. Mm-hmm. And when he did that, I was like, that's so weird. Who uses a key on an inside lock, like a padlock? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a twist one. It was a key.
Yeah.
So he used
flag,
this key.
Red flag.
Yeah, seriously. And so I was just like, oh, maybe it's New York City. It's a weird place. And so while I was there, I was sitting on his couch, and I was like waiting as he wasn't done getting ready or whatever. So he starts getting ready, and I just hear him in the other room very lightly talking like, he's here. When do you want to do a pickup? And I was like,
no, he said the word merchandise.
Merchandise. He said merchandise
yeah.
for sure. He was like, the merchandise is here. I don't know when
someone thinking that of you now.
Yeah, I'm not worth anything anymore.
No.
But this guy, like, literally was talking, and he was making me so nervous from the other room. Like, I was really getting the vibe that something bad was happening. And so what do I do instinctively? I can't get out the front door because it's locked with a key that he has, and he's in another room. I go to the bathroom, and I crawl down the fire escape.
That's crazy.
I went down the fire escape of this house. I called the police. He lived on the Upper East Side of Central
You're getting
Park.
all shaky right now.
I
just
know.
talking about it.
So I went down. That was really loud. Sorry. So I went down the stairs. I called the police, and I talked to the police a little bit when they got there, and then I just left because I was so sick to my stomach about the whole thing. And I don't even know what happened with this.
I know. I mean, look how you feel right now just talking about it.
Right.
Like something that happened,
But if your gut is telling you something is wrong, something is wrong.
Follow it. Listen to it.
If you're just tuning in, we are on the air. This is Life's a Drag with Monique Toosoon, and Kaitlyn and Patty are here joining me. People are asking for the show deets for 420.
Yes.
So the 420 show is going to be at Martha's Exchange, which is pretty much across the street from where we are.
I can see the name.
Where was Club? I'm getting asked, is it taking place down the street from Club 96?
Oh, God. That's a joke. That's Dan Cronin being a dork. Oh, my God. Dan, you are
Kaitlyn
ridiculous.
would pick the one that's like totally not real.
So Club 96 is from Drag Race. I'll get back to the 420 show.
Okay.
But Dan is referring to this Drag Race thing. There was a girl named Naomi Smalls on Drag Race who
they had to do their own club.
Yeah, they had to make their own club, and the whole time she was in this club, she was like, Club 96, Club 96, Club 96.
It was like she was trying to make something like, that's nice, go viral.
Like she was you saw it. You were at my house that night, and literally she just kept saying Club 96, Club 96, Club 96. Oh. So it got so old, and now Dan is obsessed with it. Like, he's always sending it to me through Messenger, or texting me it, posting it all over Facebook. So it's nowhere near Club 96, Dan, and it's never going to be. Club 96 is never going to happen. But so it's right down the road from here, the radio station, and the 420 show.
In Martha's?
Yeah, it's upstairs in Martha's. And the show is going to be hosted by me and Lady Sabrina. And we are going to have Anaya, Robin Fierce, Nicole De La Fontaine, Lucille, Abby Cummings, Christy Cream, Candace Karen, and Alana Thick. So 10 performers. It's going to be the biggest show we've ever done.
Is Robin Fierce the one that you met down at Mohegan?
That was just here last week.
I love her. She was crazy.
Her and Anaya this last show. Anaya's energy.
Yeah, Anaya's always off the charts, though. I mean, that girl can move.
And Anaya is like, she drank a 12-pack of Red Bulls right before she went on stage.
Right.
And she was doing like backflips.
Mm-hmm.
It was nuts.
It was nuts.
So I also want to remind you that you can buy merch now that has the Life's a Drag radio logo on it. And it also some other merch that just has me on it because I'm pretty. And it's available on Teespring under Toosoon Tees.
I think people would like a tote bag with my face on it.
Well, you know what? We're going to do a photo shoot once we raise enough money in T-shirt sales.
Oh, no.
No, we already discussed this. So once we raise enough money in t-shirt sales, we're gonna hire a photographer, and the three of us are gonna be wearing the exact same outfit with the exact same wig. And we're gonna do a photo shoot of the three of us.
You're excited about those?
I can't imagine any wig that you put on is gonna look.
Oh, he has great wigs.
I have great wigs, but we're gonna get the exact same wig, all of us.
No.
So we're gonna do this photo shoot of all three of us, and then you can get a tote bag with all
I'm
of us.
I'm not really a camera
or
person.
t-shirt.
Even like this is bothering. Like this
Well,
is
we'll
not
have
bothering.
we'll have
me,
Tim
but
do
this
your
is-
makeup.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, don't worry about the makeup.
Okay.
We'll do something with like horizontal stripes so you can't really see our bodies. Because look at mine right now. I took my corset off when we got here, and I literally have like dad belly hanging out right here. Thank God you can't really see it on camera, or can you? Can you see my gut?
No.
Should I get liposuction before next week's show?
No.
Okay, good.
If you do, I want to go.
So buy merch, and if you use the code Toosoon10, you get 10% off up until next Saturday.
Right.
So, and I want, when I'm hosting Pride this year, I want everybody wearing a Toosoon tee.
And if you use promo code Toosoon10
That's what I said.
until March 9th, 10% off.
You want to be blonde, I swear. I just said that like 1 minute ago.
Sorry, I'm reading.
Oh my God.
Toosoon10, guys.
have we
10%
gotten-
off.
Have we got any questions?
No, not really many questions. We just got comments.
Anything nice?
Let me see.
Did anyone say I'm pretty yet?
Donna said, tell Monique she needs to get LASIK.
Oh my God, that's a good story. So I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I can't say that story on the air.
Oh.
It's highly inappropriate.
Okay.
I was talking about laser hair removal, but I called it LASIK.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you where the laser hair removal is going to be
No,
done.
let's not go down this road. Since we can't. Look at him. Look at our
I'm not going to, Joe. I just said I'm not going to do it.
poor Joe.
I was
our
just feeding the
lovely
story.
intern.
We love
hates
Joe.
us.
No, he doesn't hate us. Joe, I almost said a potty word on the air.
You weren't in the room. I'm sure you're going to hear about it though.
Don't fire me. It was an accident. It was Patty. She egged it on.
Just sitting here minding my own business.
No, you said something mean to me.
Shocking.
Oh my God.
That's really shocking.
It really is shocking. So to recap this week's episode, you need to watch Lindsay Lohan Beach Club.
No.
Yep.
No.
Rocco's Modern Life.
No.
Hello, Rocco. So you can learn about Mrs. Big Head.
Well, why aren't we telling people to record Love After Lockup and mail it to me?
Nobody has a VHS player anymore, Patty. That's just you.
Oh. Where were you watching that?
Where my old place.
Where is it like? Was it on TV or was it on like
no,
a,
we
like
had-
Hulu or?
No, I think it was on the Wii station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I got a regular package when I moved. I didn't really think about what I wanted for cable.
Yep.
I just wanted to move.
Someone just screamed from the streets.
Well, there's like 18 cop cars
I
out
was
there.
gonna say Nash was.
Was there a fight going
They were
on?
blocking the street a little bit.
So, oh, it's downstairs. Oh, there's like a fight going on out there.
No,
It's our
there
mob.
isn't.
They're waiting for us.
Oh, they're waiting for us.
They're
We're
waiting
gonna
for us
send
to
you
come
out
outside.
first.
I'll go outside first. They'll be like, calm down, people. I'm
No,
here.
I was
I'm
talking
here."
about Kaitlyn.
Caitlyn just dropped the
Drop the
telephone.
phone. So
You can hit her, Joe. It's
She doesn't
fine.
know what that is. That's a real telephone.
We hit her
from,
all
like,
the time.
The 80s. She does not know what that is. So yeah, watch Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club. Send Patty VHS tapes of Love After Lockup. Your words of the week were Kiki, Kai Kai, and What's the Tea? What's the Tea with my Judies? You're going to be able to hear that every single week. Next week, we'll be joined by Tim, the makeup artist.
that's gonna be a good one. I loved him.
I loved him too.
Tim
Such a
and
sweetie.
John, best people ever.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna love both of them,
They have
and
a-
they're what next week
Opposite
and then
weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So
then 2 weeks after.
yeah. So next week's going to be great. We're going to have guests next week. We're going to change the theme up a little bit. If you know something that you want to see live on the air, please message us your feedback, because we would love to take feedback from you guys. We'd love to give you more of what you love. And we are like wide open with the show. We can do anything we want.
Yeah, let us know what you want to talk about. If you have any stories, comments.
I would eventually like to raffle off Patty, since she is gorgeous, single, and over 80.
Ready to mingle.
It's okay. I'm on silversingles.com. I'll be fine.
Oh my God. Silver singles. No, it's my time. It's my time.
It is my time.
Oh my God. Have you ever? You should be on Farmers Only.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, wrap it up.
You don't think you would make like you know what's funny?
I would love a cowboy.
So I thought, so really quickly, so Farmers Only, I was like, oh my God, they definitely will not have like a gay section. But they do.
Okay, I don't want a gay cowboy.
No.
Okay.
I was just saying. All right, guys, we are going to sign out and we'll see you guys next week. I'm Monique Toosoon. This is Life's a Drag, and say goodbye to my Judies, Patty and Kaitlyn.
Bye.
You're listening to 1590 WSMN Nashua.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
President Trump says he's been misinterpreted when it comes to the case of Otto Warren.